Good morning, y'all. Rusty Soul, Scallowag on the Patience. Ironside catfishing. Got the grandkids this weekend. And this is third attempt at doing this video. But I had some people asking, how did we hook up your spooks or your Grim Reapers? Ironside sells them with Grim Reapers, and they're pretty awesome. We just got them back in stock. Been trying to get them, and all this war stuff going on. Ain't been able to get them, but we got them, and I already got me some ordered. So, but first, Mr. Allen was asking. I snail my hook on whatever size leader, and these right here, I think it's a company called Bob's Tackle or Bob. They're sinker stops or float stops or whatever, but they're made for the 80 to 100 pound test line. Amazon has them too. But I'll put one of them on. You ring your line. I can't do this without my glasses. Ring your line and pull it through. See that bead goes down there? And them glow in the dark too. And then I take, this is just a generic one. I painted the color I wanted to look more like a shell. I take whichever end, which is usually the back, and because it's more pointing, because the current is going to be coming towards your hook once it's on bottom. So I put the pointed end upstream. That way it don't wobble so bad. But what I do, I'll just go in through that one. Sometimes I go through these. Sometimes I don't. I just skip and go back through the back one right here. I don't see the, but that bead to stop it from going down too close to your hook. Then I put another one of them beads to keep it from going way up my line towards my sinker or whatever. Let's see if I can ring this thing. There we go. Pull it through like that. Slide that bead, and it ain't got to be tight. I mean, you can leave a little room for play so that it ain't binding, but that's how I do mine. Then this will tie to my three-way swivel. Sometimes I put an inline chain swivel if it's going to be bad current and a lot of twisting and all that. But that's how I do it. And I'll be honest, I probably run mine closer than most people do, and to the hook. And the reason I do, I used to put a lot of beads right here, and I will do that right here by the hooks. Day before yesterday, we went and fishing, me and my wife, and I didn't have them rigged up that way and was lazy. And I had one that bit past the hook, and this was further up my line. Actually, it was a float, a cork, not one of these. But anyway, he was so big, he bit past all this. And when he started rolling, his tooth patch just cut that 60-pound line like it wasn't nothing. I mean, he done a gator roll on us and cut that line and got away. We seen him, but that don't count. But I don't want to exaggerate. Not exaggerating, he was 50. Exaggerating, he was 60 plus. But he's a big old fish, big fish. He rolled. He looked like a gator. My wife thought we had a gator. But that's how I do mine. And these beads, like I say, if I decide I don't want it that close, I can slide them way up here to my where my three-way swivel would be. He'll slide right down to it, and then slide your other one, and that'll make him stay way up here, just right off the bottom, and that'll allow all this to come back down to his level, which will be closer to the bottom. See, so even if he floated up and rattled, this can float back down and be away from him. Sometimes I run it that way when they closer to the bottom, or it seems like the rattle might be spooking them or whatever. But I run them, and I run Ironside floats. I like Ironside floats too, because there's no rattle in them, but they float up bait better than these. Honestly, I done an experiment with them. Trust me, I know. I done tried. But that's how I do it, Mr. Allen, and maybe that'll help somebody. Thank y'all.